Hello everybody, Limitfish Media followers, this is Trevor Campeau. I'm here with Sean White, and we are interviewing Fern Campeau, and he is on his way to Table Rock Lake to start practicing for the Rayovac FLW Championship. Do I have that right, Fern?
You got it.
Fern has actually done an amazing job this year. He's fished with a partner, Mr. Carl Bordeaux, and they have won 2 gigantic tournaments out there this year on Big Rito Lake, the second of which was the FLW Canada Championship, and with that, a ticket to the FLW Rayovac Championship. Fern, what do you think? What's your thoughts on this? This is a notoriously deep lake, and the last few tournaments that have been held out there in the FLW have won over 70 and 80 feet of water on jerkbaits. How does that fish your style?
It's a different style, definitely for sure. And the difference with that body of water on Table Rock is there's no weeds. It's not like down here in Canada. It's mostly all rock and steep drop-offs.
Anthony Gagliari won it with basically about 15 pounds a day, 28 pounds over the course of a couple days, weighing in, give or take, for 10 fish, about 28 pounds, 28 and a half pounds for the championship. He had caught them fish basically in 2 rivers, the James River and as well as the White River, and he had separated 2 different spots, running both of them. But meanwhile, Scott Suggs had actually caught a lot of his fish on jerkbaits over 70 and 80 feet of water. I think that's a pretty good accomplishment. Do you have any idea? Do you think that maybe that we all know that you're really, really good with a Zara spook? Do you think that that's going to pay off?
Oh, the spook will pay off. I've talked to a bunch of guys and pros out there, and spook will pay off in the morning. But the jerkbaits, if you can get on top of the shad and they're feeding crazily right now on shad.
Mm-hmm.
You get on top of them, and you could be out in 50 feet of water, and you can throw anything you want. A jerkbait, a Senko, you name it, they're going to eat it.
Now, is there spotted bass in that lake?
Yes, there is. There's spotted, smallies, and largies.
A lot of the fish that they're targeting and they're chasing the shad, do you feel that a lot of them are spotted bass and they're schooling and they're watching for them breaking, and if you can pull up on one of those schools that are feeding actively, you could load the boat?
You could put 5 fish in the boat very quickly.
Is it a big lake from what you researched? Do you know if it's a very big lake? Or
It's a phenomenally big lake. It goes forever. It looks like the same structure throughout the whole system.
Is there one area in the lake that seems to produce a lot more winds than maybe say another end of the lake? Let's say like maybe the rivers that are attached to the lake or the main basins.
You mentioned one of the biggest ones, and I think I will be hitting it pretty hard, is James and the dam. I've been given some pretty good, reliable info in hitting those areas, so I'll be spending a lot of time there.
Well, I think you must be pretty excited. I know that from the footage that we've gathered of you this year, you clearly know what's going on with the offshore bite, and I mean that really, really could play into your hands out there.
Oh, definitely, and it was a hard transition for me to do, because I love pounding the shore, but I had to stay away from the shore and go to the deeper structure and the drop-offs and find these little rocks and humps all by themselves, secluded, and it has paid off.
So I guess the question stands. Carl will also be going down at some point on his own reconnaissance, I would assume.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And are you guys cooperating in any way together to?
I hope so.
Yeah.
we're competing against some pretty good sticks out there.
Has there been any gentlemanly nudging at one another to see who's going to come?
Definitely. But it's still competition.
It sure is. So, in terms of arrangements, this event is actually next year at roughly about this time.
Yes, and that's why I'm going to it, because of the rules that they have on it, that you're not allowed on the water for 2 weeks, and you can only fish it for 5 days, then you're off for another day, and then it's a tournament. So I'm trying to get a basic idea and learn as much as I can this week coming up.
Will you be going down again prior to the event in the allowed time for the practice next year?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Spending every single day I can possibly spend.
So what would winning an event like this, explain to us like the excitement? What would it do for you?
Career changing. It's a dream come true.
It is a dream
to
come
make
true.
it to the Forest Wood Cup, it's wow.
Yeah, that is quite a
Can't
dream.
put it in words.
Well, I think for Canadians, really nobody's ever had this opportunity. Curtis Richardson from Belleville, Ontario, has had the opportunity last year to slide down into the FLW Championship, and from what he said, he had a really good time, and he said it was a really tough bite. His plan never really came together, and but now looking, and I mean not in comparison, but Curtis is an amazing angler. He's seemed to do some pretty good things in Canada, but you know, when we're looking at your statistics, you've done some really, really good things, Fern, on every different level in multiple trails, multiple provinces. I mean, really, if we were betting guys, I think you're really going to do a good job down there, and it seems like you're willing to put the hard work into it. Do you have any specifics that you think you could share with the fans and followers of Limitfish Media and FLW Canada, that you could anything that you'd like to give that was maybe a little more hands-on, that would really entice the people to follow along as you take this amazing journey?
Yeah, oh, definitely. This is a dream come true, and if anybody who does any kind of recreational fishing, to follow any Canadian that can possibly make it as far as this, it's just a dream come true for anybody. And to fish against these great guys in Renegade, in Shootout Series, you name it, the support you get from all the guys, it's phenomenal. I made some really good friends, so yeah. It's a great family.
Yeah, it is, and that's the one thing I've noticed, is that in the last few years, people have started to realize in Canada that for everybody to succeed, that unity is definitely needed. And let me tell you, I think I speak on behalf of every angler out there in Canada who have the dream, who fishes competitively, that you are representing us. We're behind you 100%. And if there's anything that we can do, or anybody can do, to promote your activities when you head down south, let us know. We're there behind you, man. We know it. You're going to make Canada proud, and we're extremely, extremely excited to see what you can do when you go down there.
I appreciate that big time. And everybody out there that's listening to this, I thank them.
They're behind you. They're rooting for you 100%. Everybody, this is Trevor Kanapowski for Limitfish Media. I'm here with Sean White. We'd like to thank Fern Campeau, an FLW Canada champion, Big Rideau Lake, 3-day event. Came out on top, and with that, he is going to be representing Canada in the FLW Rayovac Championship next year at this time on Table Rock Lake. Fern, thank you very much for your time. We hope to touch base with you throughout the course of the year as you make your run at winning this championship and getting your ticket into the FLW Cup. Thank you very much, Fern.
No, thank you. And thank you, Limitfish Media.